This is our math project about a famous mathematician
by Charlie Liu and Mariella C. Our mathematician we researched is Olga Ladyzhenskaya.
This is her name, wrote in her native language, Russian.
This is how you can pronounce her name.
Olga was a Russian mathematician who worked on many different math things, such as partial differential equations, fluid dynamics, and the restricted differential method for Navier-Stokes equations.
She received the Lomonosov gold medal, a medal named after the Russian scientist and polymath Mikhail Lomonosov in 2002.
Childhood. Olga Ladyzhenskaya was raised in the small town of Kologrin, along with two older sisters.
Her father, Alexandra Ivanovna Ladyzhensky, descended from the Russian nobility family, Romanov, and her mother, Anna Mikhailovna, was from Estonia.
Olga's birthplace was surrounded by wild forests near the picturesque river Unza.
Olga was closest to her father because he was a mathematician, and Olga showed a strong talent for math at an early age.
She enjoyed reading and looking at her grandfather's paintings.
Alexander Ivanovich Ladyzhenskaya. In 1937, Olga was very sorrowful when her father was executed without a trial, being said the enemy of a nation.
Enemy of the nation!
Alex, beloved father and husband.
When Olga was 15 years old, her father was arrested by Stalinist authorities. Alexandra Solozhin recalls in the Gulag archipelago that although Olga's father had been warned by a peasant that he was on the list of enemies of the state, he refused to run and hide because he believed his students depended on him, which is not really good reason. Because of this, Olga had trouble continuing school and was denied for many universities she wanted to go to.
After the death of her father, the Ladyzhenskaya family were placed in a difficult situation where they had to make soap, shoes, dresses, and more for them to survive.
Would you like some soap or clothes or dresses or socks? Please help us! No! Becoming a mathematician. After Olga moved to Leningrad, she became a postgraduate at Leningrad State University.
She began her friendship with Vladimir Somonov, who is in charge of branches of mathematics like seismology, hydrodynamics, aerodynamics, and more. It was here that she was influenced by Smirnov to study the equations of mathematical physics and become a mathematician. It also became clear that she had this talent with logical thinking when she was younger. What is she famous for? One of the things Olga is famous for is Hilbert's 19th problem, which is one of the 23 Hilbert problems. The problems are very high-level mathematic equations. Another thing Olga is famous for are Navier-Stokes equations. In physics, there are a set of partial differential equations that describe the motion of fluid substances named after French engineer and physicist Claude Louis Navier and physicist and mathematician George Gabriel Stokes.
There is also another thing she is famous for, which are partial differential equations and fluid dynamics. Partial differential equations is an equation which imposes relations between the various partial derivatives of a multivariable function.
In physics and engineering, fluid dynamics is a sub-discipline of fluid mechanics that describe the flow of fluid and gases.
These are what the equations look like.
Hilbert's 19th problem, the Navier-Stokes equations, more Navier-Stokes equations, partial differential equations, and fluid dynamics. Awards! Olga Ladyzhenskaya achievements. One of the achievements she received is that she received the Lomonosov Gold Medal in 2002.
We will give you some time to look at it.
And here is Olga's reward.
Here are some more awards and achievements Olga Ladyzhenskaya received.
Timeline. This is the timeline of Olga Ladyzhenskaya.
On March 7th, 1922, Olga Ladyzhenskaya is born. She was born in Kologriv, Russia.
1937. Her father is executed.
1943 to 1947. She goes to college.
1947 through 1954. She moved to Leningrad.
1954, she became a researcher.
And in 1954 through 1969, she was the winner of many awards.
The timeline of important Russian events during Olga's life. December 1922, the creation of USSR.
21st of January 1924, Vladimir Lenin dies and leading to a power struggle.
1939, World War II begins.
4th of October 1957, the Soviet Union launches Sputnik 1.
July to August 1980, Moscow holds the Olympics.
December 1991, the USSR becomes Russia and other countries.
These are some quotes we put in our math project.
They all have to do with mathematics, math, and women's rights.
We'll give you some time to read them. The life after. The year 1989 brought an end to the communist rule.
This meant Olga was allowed to travel more freely and visit some Western countries for the change.
Olga had never been out of Eastern Europe before, and she was happy for the change.
During the year 1947, Olga married Alexandry Alexeyevich Kisov, a specialist in the number theory and history of mathematics in the city of Leningrad.
They were a loving couple, but Andrew wanted to have children, and Olga felt like children would get into the way of mathematics, so Olga stayed single for the rest of her life. Olga died unexpectedly in her sleep on the 12th of January 2004, shortly before her 82nd birthday.
Here's some facts about Olga Ladyzhenskaya.
Did you know some of her expert tutors were Vladimir Smirnov, Sergei Sobolev, Ivan Pachelsky? Some of her close friends were Alexander Solnitsyn and Anna Akhmatova.
Olga Ladyzhenskaya has published more than 250 papers, 7 monographs, and the textbook The Boundary Value Problems of Mathematical Physics. Did you know that Google celebrated her legacy by releasing a Google engine search of her on March 7, 2019, her birthday?
These are some continued fun facts about Olga's life.
Here is a pie chart of how many people have won the Lomonosov Gold Medal and if they are men or women. These are some fun facts about our math project. We used Mariska dolls and nativity knitted sets for acting because we wanted to show something about Olga's culture, and Mariska dolls are from Russia.
Also, did you know that Alexander's grave is a tape dispenser?
Thank you for listening about our presentation about Olga Ladyzhenskaya.
Any questions, comments, or concerns? Also, please click on the click here text to see an interesting video. Thank you!